Dear friends, there are certain issues relating with teaching and learning English. There is no uniform policy in the state like Maharashtra. The ruling party, the educationist and the education minister may affect the agenda of the policy of education. There was a provision of moral value period and the periods became 30 minutes each. Now it is not there in our schools. English has become a subject from the first standard from the academic year 2000. Before that, it was to be introduced from the 5th standard. As per the Right to Education Act 2009, no examination up to the 8th standard and nobody should be failed. So at present there is no summative evaluation and examination up to the 8th standard. The requirement of competent teachers is the another problem for the teaching learning of English language. There is an improper method. The skill-based communicative approach is proper for teaching English, but there is no sufficient instruments as well as teaching methodology have been seen in the schools of Maharashtra. The lack of knowledge of aims and objectives is also the another problem. The insufficient teaching aids in many schools. Most of the required teaching aids are not available. Every school must have a teaching aid room, but in many schools we don't find this. Pictures, charts, flashcards, maps, diagrams, and the most important, internet facility are not available. The examination system is also henpecked. In our examination system, it is also one of the important issue relating to teaching and learning. English in Maharashtra. The students who study carefully according to the format of examination paper get good number of marks. Those who recite or cram answers and write in the examination paper get good marks. Some teachers also naturally proceed for and teach English according to get good results in speaking, reading, writing and conversing in good and correct English. By the students, the main objective is neglected. Large classroom strength is also another hurdle for the teaching learning of English language. Guidance for correction is the another element because this is very important issue in teaching learning English. If any teacher faces any problem in teaching, if any student requires any help, if some teaching aids are required, if any headmaster is experiencing any problem in the examination system, if more books are required by the librarian, if the fund is short, if sufficient teachers are not available, one cannot get proper guidance to solve one's own problem. There is a multilingualism. So many languages are spoken in our society of India. Also, we have been find the different sub-languages. There may not be any other country which is having this type of multilingualism. It is very crucial to teach and learn the English like foreign language in our classrooms. So we have to consider the issue of multilingualism. We have to teach according to the social and cultural background of our students. Teaching and learning process of English language is natural and purposeful activity. Learning can take place if the learners are cooperative and react properly. Learning is for progress. Learning is for personality development. Learning is for behavioral changes. Likewise, the law of learning needs the readiness, needs the frequency, and also the effective element. It is totally a personal experience on the other hand. Teaching is causing to learn, to guide. Teaching is causing to establish a harmonious relationship with learners. The teacher as a facilitator, the teacher as an instructor helps the learners to make effective adjustments. Constructivism is an approach where a previous knowledge of the learner is linked with the new experiences. Discussions going on, situations have been made, and a new knowledge construction take place. There should be a novelty in the teaching learning approach. It is a good process and it is a practical by itself. Let the people think. Jerome Bruner says that mind was increasing divergent thinking process, and the Socratic question answer method helps the learner. While teaching, one has to comprehend the questions, and after plenty of discussions it should be cross-checked by their friends. One concept and description is also possible for motivation to think independently. Picture presentation and description might be given before learners' observation and debate and persuade it for its own correct opinion. The problems to ponder for finding the correct answers, we have to attempt it. The pair work or group work can be engaged to alternate the learner's correct responses. The use of dictionary also helps the learner to acquire for good quality of diction and mastery in vocabulary. The flow charts helps the students, the diagrams helps the students by inspiring within the teaching learning process. There are some characteristics of English language. Much of the English pronunciation are consonants, that is 9, student, 3, 5, etc. English has the vowels and have many pronunciations. We have British and American accents, that is teacher, future, antibiotic, work, job, etc. We have British and American vocabulary and grammar, that is practice, practice, analyze, analyze, elevator, lifter, etc. Take care when you use dictionary or translator. A word has different meanings depending on the context. For example, my book is red. I book a hotel room. I call a delivery to bring me a pizza. And a woman delivered a baby. In the sense, the book and the delivery, these two words are differently contexted. The conjunction of the subject are not all different. For example, I am a student and she is a teacher. They are engineers. She works, I work, they work. Likewise, we have many irregular verbs. For example, go, take, buy, bought, can, could, etc. The language changes with the time. That is policeman, police officer, blackboard, board, 40, have a breakfast, have a lunch, have a dinner, etc. How to start to learn English? The answer is one has to not only listen English in classroom. He should have to see movies, listen audios and read so many books of English language. Again, one should pronounce in front of a mirror to practice further to it. Sing so many songs in English as karaoke. With it, send messages in English to your friends and teacher interested in practice. It is extraordinarily receptive and adaptive language. Simplicity of inflection, change in variations, the relationships of the words in a sentence. English has relatively fixed word order, development of new variety of intonation to express the shades of meaning, intonation and musical notes as well as rhythmic patterns should be given ample practice.